My SD card fucked up again. And it like cut out everything of us saying Happy Halloween. And I was like, do y'all not want us to say Happy Halloween? Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween. My contacts are really blurry and the light is like shining into them, making a glare on all of the dirt.
It's a little gloomy today.
It is. And it's literally, it's 70 degrees right now. And by tonight, it's supposed to be 34 degrees.
And when I got up this morning to take my kids to school, it was 60 degrees.
Yeah, it's October. It's October 27th. It's not supposed to be this hot this time of month. It should be in the 40s and 50s.
Especially at like 7 a.m. I was like, why is it 60 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I slept with my window open all night and it was so hot. And I was like, oh, can't do this. Today, not today, but soon, this is gonna cut to a different video. You're gonna see us talk about Gerald Thompson, the first serial rapist in Peoria, Illinois. I almost said we were from Peoria again. We live in Peoria, so this is like, it hits close to home with us. I hope you like the video. It cut us off in the beginning, so I'm redoing it right now, but this is under Serial Killer Monthly. Even though it's not a serial killer, it's a serial rapist, but I didn't want to categorize it under something else like a cult because it's not a cult, it's a... He did...
We don't need to do a whole series on this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, this is a sensitive topic. I hope you guys enjoy and have fun learning a little bit of history about Peoria and... Okay, bye.
Happy Christmas.
Every time she sends me a Snapchat video, she ends it with going, Merry Crisis.
Merry Christmas.
And then a couple days ago, she was literally so flustered about something. She goes, Merry fucking Christmas.
And I was like, that's not what I meant.
I know, you sent another video after that and you were laughing so hard. You're like, that's not what I meant to say. But you were so pissed off. Okay, bye. Happy Halloween. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have had a great day because this isn't going up until nighttime. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore at this point.
Happy Halloween. I was like, Happy Christmas again.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, I didn't even name who the serial killer was. It's not even a serial killer, damn it. This serial rapist is Gerald Thompson. And for anyone who's in the Peoria area watching this and doesn't know about this, you need to listen, because it's good. It's sad, but it's good.
Not good. But
it's not good, but it's interesting.
There you go.
That something happened like that in this area. On June 16th, 1935, this is taking place in 1935, this lady, Mildred Hallmark, was getting into a streetcar in downtown Peoria to go home one night. And this night it was super rainy, it was just dark, dreary, just a crappy summer night. Her address was 1100 East Maywood Street in Peoria, so if any of you know where that is. So she was taking a streetcar from downtown Peoria to her house. If you have lived in Peoria all your life, you should know that downtown Peoria was not as it is today. It was a lot different. Everything was laid out differently except for the super old buildings there. But if you're not from here, I'm just gonna post pictures, so. She was a super pretty 19-year-old girl and she was really well liked by everybody. She was super nice. Everyone got along with her. She was just nice to everyone that she met. She worked as a cafeteria hostess. I saw this on a couple websites, but I wasn't for sure if that's what she actually did, but that's what it said. I could not 100% verify that information, but then she got off the streetcar by her house and she was never seen alive again. Dramatic.
Dramatic.
That is
traumatic.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean dramatic.
She's so dramatic.
She was found naked, sprawled across a broken tree that had fallen down in Springdale Cemetery. And Springdale is one of the oldest cemeteries in Peoria. If you're not new to the channel, you know I go there all the time. I've posted so many videos at Springdale. I love going there, and so it sucks that that has happened there. Her body was graphically torn up, and it was not a good sight. And you know, for it being 1935, this was a super rare occurrence, and this sparked fear throughout the whole city. People started going on manhunts looking for this guy because it was such a rare thing to happen that they were like, what the heck? What the heck? Gerald Thompson was a 25-year-old man who worked at Caterpillar. It is so weird that Caterpillar has been around that long. He lived in Peoria Heights, which I didn't even know that existed back then. Like, that just seems like such a new area. Why do y'all gotta slam the door when you come in?
It sounded like the door was opening and I was like, hello?
No, my mom always slams the garage door. He was considered handsome, well-liked, well-respected among his friends, family, and his co-workers. So, like, he had a very good reputation, never did anything wrong, you know. He was just a good citizen. A good citizen is what we had on our hands. Wrong. He was arrested for the murder of Mildred, and when that happened, everybody was like, are you sure? Do you got the right person? Do you got the right person? Because I don't think you got the right person. Because like, his reputation was that good that people were like, I can't see him doing that. Like, there's no way that he could do that.
It's so weird that people can, like, play the part so well, you know?
Yeah, like, it's just something that you'd never expect. The detectives that were working on the case actually got hundreds of tips about this whole case. Only 3 of them led to the arrest of Gerald Thompson. One major tip was from a rape victim herself who went to the cops, and she was a survivor. And that was really the downfall to the whole thing. A 26-hour-long investigation happened on the 3rd floor of City Hall. I didn't even know that our City Hall had more than 1 floor. I don't think I've ever been inside of our City Hall.
I've seen, like, the courthouse.
I've been in the courthouse, sort of. Not in any courtrooms. I've also never been arrested.
Where is the City Hall?
I don't know.
I mean, I know it's in downtown, but, like, is it attached to the courthouse, or is it its own building?
I have no idea.
Huh.
It shows how much we know. Investigators and detectives questioned this man relentlessly.
One by one, the victim's garments were dropped into Thompson's lap. Horrified, he rocked backwards, forcing an officer to catch his tilted chair. First, the battered and mud-splattered hat, the rest of the victim's clothing were floated onto his lap. Moments later, he was sobbing in a complete breakdown. Once he recovered, his confession was recorded. At least 1,000 people filled the streets below, waiting for a word from the police. Finally, a detective went over and opened the window. A roar went up as he said he did it, he confessed. That was a quote from the Peoria Public Library. He turned out to be Peoria's first serial rapist. He had a small black book naming at least 16 women and journaled how he killed them. Mildred was raped and died from a broken neck, from a powerful blow to her chin during the assault. She was able to give Thompson a nasty bite on his thumb.
What the hell was he thinking? But that's so weird that he could literally have two separate lives that no one knows about.
That's really weird that because there's been quite a few where people are like, no, they're really they're dependable people and they're nice, and
it also shows how different it is today. Like, if someone went around murdering a bunch of people in Peoria today and then like they went in for questioning, literally no one's going to stand outside, and they're not going to do it at the City Hall.
Yeah.
And then we go to the trial, because there was a trial, thankfully. The trial began on July 22nd, 1935. That feels like that's almost 100 years ago. That's Aki. Mainly women came to watch. Power to the people.
What?
Hundreds lined the walkway between the jail and the courthouse just to get a glimpse of this man. And for you who are watching this, that live in Peoria, we're not talking about where the courthouse is to the jail today. No. That's
a very far spread.
No. That jail has not always been there since 1935. There was a different jail in downtown Peoria. I assume it was next to the courthouse.
Sounds like it.
We could Google it, but I don't care enough. It took 2 days to choose the jurors because this was such a... Everyone was like, I want to do it. Heckin' jury duty.
And then they had to pick somebody that wasn't, like, saying, oh no, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Thompson was well represented, so he lawyered up. He did what he was supposed to do. He tried to convince the judge that his confession was coerced. Is that the word? Okay, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
It means when somebody talks you into doing something.
Oh. Well, I mean, they dumped her clothes onto him and he started crying. That doesn't sound like they coerced it out of him. This trial was the biggest trial in Peoria of the 30s. And I was just thinking
You're having a stroke?
I was just starting to think about how many other horrible things in Peoria have happened since then. And I was going to say probably the biggest of all time. And then I'm like, no, not even close.
Not even the biggest of like the past 12 months.
Yeah.
Oh, Peoria's horrible.
Peoria done went ghetto.
Like at this point, you don't even want to turn on the news anymore because there's always something bad.
It's always a shooting.
Always.
It's literally
constant.
Like what, last month there was 5 shootings in one night.
Yeah, like if somebody says, "Oh, did you hear about the shooting in Peoria?" It's like,
okay, what about
it? Literally happens like every freaking day. Maybe not that constantly, but you know.
And the debate was very heated and dramatic. And they didn't have air conditioning in the courthouse, so it was sweltering hot in there with, you know, people just crowded in, and it was so uncomfortable, and the energy was just, I can only imagine. The witnesses really helped seal Thomas's fate because they had the witnesses, not witnesses, but the witness from the tip who was a survived victim, and that really just
sealed the deal.
Yes, it did. On July 31st, 1935, he was found guilty and they recommended that he be executed.
Damn, it was that long ago.
He got many visitors in jail, and one mainly was his fiance, Lola Hughes.
What the hell?
He was engaged. Like I said, my eye itches. He was a very well-respected man, and he had a fiance, and why would you still go see him though? Like you have a fiance, you find out that he raped and killed people. Why would you still go?
Because I don't know.
Fucking women.
Women supporting women, but some of us are really stupid.
Every time she visited, the newspapers would print out their conversations and post it in the paper and post pictures of them. It was very entertaining for people on the streets. And
they were getting all the tea.
And they went into Thompson's house and found pornographic pictures from his bedroom, I'm assuming of himself, and they sold it on the street for 25 cents. You want to go buy a picture of someone's wiener for 25 cents on the street in downtown Peoria?
No, not particularly.
What would you do if we were just walking around in downtown Peoria and like somebody came up to us and was like, hey, I got a picture of this guy's pee-pee, you want to see it for 25 cents?
No, I don't. I wouldn't want to see it for free.
Why would people do that? Why would people buy that?
The execution. He was taken to the Joliet prison to be on death row to wait for his execution. On October 5th, 1935, Thompson was put into the electric chair they called Old Smoky.
On top of Old Smoky. Smoky's my cat's name, so that like upsets me.
His last words were printed into the local newspaper. He said, "Goodbye, I hope God will accept me." Mr. Hallmark, also a Caterpillar man, got to see the execution of the man who murdered his daughter. When it was over, he said, "Thank God that's over." Thompson is buried in Macomb next to his grandfather, who was a war hero. Why would they bury him next to him?
I know, that's literally what I thought. And so for the part 2, that you were probably wondering, why the hell is there a part 2? Mildred is buried at the St. Mary's Cemetery in West Peoria, so you want to go on an adventure later? I didn't have to ask. I was going to get what I wanted regardless, but hey, the Bears are winning.